Now, this is going to be a super quick reading, and it's one I made up myself, and it's got some really straightforward questions that I think are quite unlocking. So let's jump in. In what ways is Gemini and Swallow people excelling at the moment with the Seven of Wands? Amazing. Amazing. How can you be kinder to yourselves? I'll do this super quickly. Six of Wands, lovely, very clear messages. In what ways do you have room for improvement? The Hermit, beautiful. And how can you bypass or work with any resistance that you have to improving your situation at the moment? Ten of Cups, lovely. What natural qualities or assets do you have to support yourself at the moment? Strength and the Ace of Cups. Gosh, they're lovely qualities. That's amazing. Look at those. And what image, just a sec, 1, 2, 3, 4. How can you bypass or work with any resistance you have at the moment? 10, 5. What message is there to lessen any fear that you have around change? Okay, so that's your, sorry, those last two cards were what message do you have to, any fear to lessen, what message is there to lessen any fear that you have around change? That's wonderful. And what natural qualities or assets do you have to support you at the moment? The Page of Cups. And what image can you hold in your mind? Almost like a vision board for the next few days. And it's the Six of Swords. That's lovely. And finally, what is the best version of yourself that you're here to be, or what are you here to overcome? Gosh, they jumped out. Page of Wands and the Three of Wands. Lovely. I love it. Right, so let's dive straight in. Seven of Wands, in what way are you excelling? You're keeping on top of that hill, and you're managing to keep those arrows at bay, even if it feels a little bit of an effort at the moment. You're doing well at it. You've got one shoe on, one boot on. You feel a little bit assailed, but you're doing it. There's a lot on your plate, a lot of passionate needs coming towards you, and you are managing to keep your head above water with, so that's wonderful. How can you be kinder to yourself? Think of yourself with great self-esteem. This is the card of someone riding back into the community, being really lauded by their peers and honoured for what they've achieved. So try to see yourself, try to list every day what you've achieved so far. Big yourself up a bit more. Realise how successful you are being at coping with all of this energy at the moment, but also in the past. Keep a little list, all the things that you do well, all the compliments you get. That would be very good. In what ways do you have room for improvement? The Hermit, there could be, because things are so frantic at the moment, it might be quite difficult to find the interior space, the time to use that sort of hermit energy of sort of, the mozzies are out, of walking your path by your own heart, that quiet time where you sort of walk off into the mountains to find your own true path. There might be less time for that in the moment, so there's room for improvement in that way. You could think about what it is that your true, unique, and only unique to you path would be, and have a bit of quiet time in that way, if you can carve it out. And how can you bypass or work with any resistance you have to improving the situation? Think about when you improve your situation at the moment, how everybody's in balance, everybody's happy. The great culmination of happiness that's indicated in this card. What a beautiful idea. There's like, I think the northern lights behind these people almost, or a rainbow, and everybody's happy. All the children, the dog, the parent. In fact, there's just a father here, but they're like a sort of travelling circus with all their things. Maybe they're moving into a new house, and maybe that's what's going on. There's instruments and flowers and all the good things. So think about, if you have any resistance, think about how everyone you love is going to be bettered by you getting better. And that doesn't matter if you are in a family or not. It doesn't need to be in that obvious a sense. But when we excel, and when we stop being so resistant to being rather brilliant and bigging ourselves up, those that really need to be in our lives, it gives them permission to excel, but also they love the best version of us. So that's what you have to have in your mind. And what message is there to lessen any fear that you have around change? The Ace of Cups and the Strength. The Strength card says you can cope with all these unconscious drives in yourself and everyone else. You are strong, literally. So if you have any fear, fear not. You are strong. You are amazing. Just seen a magpie dive through this. There's more of these rose arches, and it's just sort of gone almost like a race course along there. That has to mean something. It's kind of like an arrow of strength going towards its its aim. And it's interesting as well, because this Ace of Cups, which indicates, so to keep yourself from stopping any fear, think about what you love, think about everything that gets you going in the heart and your emotions, your intuition. And in the Rider-Waite version of this, there is a rose arch, and it leads to this beautiful mountain of all your achievements. So I think that's what the she's there again, the magpie was trying to tell us. Go through that arch. If you know the Rider-Waite, you'll know the one I mean. Head towards that mountain of your achievements. You are strong enough to do this. Do not have resistance. This is going to be incredibly emotionally and intuitively rewarding and good. You know, this is the female magician here. It's going to be good for you, and you're going to love it. And what natural qualities or assets do you have to support yourself at the moment? The Page of Cups. You are very loving, and you bring that love to people around you, and you're inspired, and you want to give messages of imagination and love. Think of the kid holding the Grail cup, the same Grail cup that we've got turning up in the one before, in the Ace of Cups, and it's full of a fish that he's quite interested in. He's sort of offering that message to the world. So this is your natural quality. You're imaginative, you're fast. Gemini, we know that about you. You have great language skills, wit, ability to think things through and swallow people, or magpie people, bird people. You are naturally intuitive, imaginative and witty, and with great ability to communicate. So that's wonderful. What image can you hold in your head, almost like a vision board, to keep you on track for the next few days? The Six of Swords. You're moving out of rough waters in this Seven of Wands place into smoother waters. This is what these characters are doing. The whole family, all parts of yourself, moving somewhere much better. The sixes are so harmonious. You're rescuing yourself from this frantic period, and you're headed towards something calm. Just keep thinking of that, and all parts of yourself, or all parts of your family, whichever feels more relevant, or both. And what is the best version of yourself that you are here to be, or what are you here to overcome at the moment? Well, another page, the Page of Wands, that page that gets super excited and gets so inspired by everything. I think of that when I think of Geminis, and I know some very, very well, and this seems very pertinent, that the Three of Wands should come with it. It might mean planning a journey. Geminis like to travel. It could be, think of some sort of mental horizon that you can conquer next with the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands. Get excited, and this is the best version of you, and go and explore, whether it's mentally or in your local area, do something new, or go on a huge journey. But let your passions lead you, and we're here to experience this world. Go and explore it. See you again. I hope that helps. Bye.